Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is TrueNerd, and welcome back to Fallout 4 Survival Mode. Last time we made our way to Covenant, and as it turned out, there was a lot more than I was expecting. But on the plus side, I've got a settlement I wasn't even expecting to have, so that's nice, isn't it? And today, on this awful, awful misty day, we're heading out into the mist, and we're going to find our way over to Deacon, and we're going to do tradecraft. Firstly, a very important mission to do while I happen to be on this side of the map anyway, as well as obviously, you know, the first mission for the railroad, which slowly opens my path up to Ballistic Weave, together with a whole bunch of other quests I could do for the railroad and other useful stuff that those guys unlock. And, conveniently, given Righteous Authority is one of my favourite little guns in this game so far, I'm a little low on ammo for her. So for the moment, we're just going to have to go over to a 10mm pistol, and we'll get a ton of fusion cells out of doing tradecraft, so that is bloody convenient. Bloody hell, this is my level of visibility right now. Marvellous. It's like a flashback to the N64 days playing Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, the game with possibly the worst, most ridiculous fogging I've ever seen in a game before. But yes, this time it's bloody intentional. Right, yeah, just cut across open ground here. We should not be too far away from our good friend Deacon. We should be, and this shouldn't be particularly dangerous territory either. We're still relatively early game, mostly. And I've cut through this area kind of not too long ago. What the heck is that there? Crashed truck. No idea. Is this the area? Is this the thing that's next to you? That'll be the diner up there. If that's the diner up there, I'm not doing too... Uh-oh. There I've seen before. If that's the diner and this is the road by the diner, then here's the super mutant house, and I don't want to get involved in the super mutant house. Okay, 90 meters to go until Deacon. We're pretty damn close at this point. And here's the bloody man of mystery himself. Hello, Deacon.
Your base was under a donut shop?
It's a lot better than it sounds.
I find it interesting the male character does not add "that's awesome" to the end of you are under a Slocum Joe's. Fascinating. This is convenient. Up on the highway on the way to the tourist, there is actually a sleeping bag buried underneath these ghouls and skeletons that you can actually use. Marvellous. Now, the thing about tradecraft and the front versus back entrance, obviously you do ultimately end up taking the tunnel and going in the back entrance. That's completely unavoidable. But if you do, eventually you have to come, when you're escaping, you go out through the front. And when you go out through the front, then you have to fight for everything that's at the front anyway. You just have to do it from kind of like behind the enemy lines in confined spaces, which I actually find relatively hard to do. I think it's easier to take out the front now, and then actually kind of when you come out at the end, it's already cleared. Sadly, because I don't have power armor, I can't just flipping drop off the edge. Instead, we need to head back the way we came. Deacon decided to pick a fight with these puppies for no well-explained reason. They were literally just kind of standing around happy to just leave us be, but no, Deacon decided he needs to beat them up anyway. Nice thing about going the low road, at least we got an extra Molotov out of it. See, to my mind, we've got a pretty good overlook of Slocum Joe's from over here. Let's make sure there's nothing else around here. No, there's nothing else around here. So yeah, we've got like not a bad little overview of the area. So I think we should be okay to just take some sniper shots at it. If nothing else, yeah, we should be fine. This works. Dead. Caution, not danger. You see, previously you'd have had to have taken on all of those guys pretty much all at the same time. Would have been incredibly dangerous, very, very bad. Another one goes down. And the third. You see, it's so much easier to just snipe these guys off before you head in the first place. Bear in mind, of course, there are frag mines quite close to you potentially. So be a little bit careful here. Yeah, you see there's one literally right here, which could be more than a little bit dangerous. But yeah, VATS makes this way too easy. I miss the days back in Fallout 3 in New Vegas when that frag mine would have just been an utter troll who would have just, you know, utterly destroyed you. Now, on this occasion, I've decided I'm just going to take that out rather than risking going for it. And we can climb up this nice, convenient fire escape here just to get a further good view over the Slocum Joe's. There's even, conveniently, a flipping weapons workbench right here. Although I doubt I've got anything on me. Ooh, but one thing I do have on me is I've got 3 different guns that I can finally combine into an actual good one for my main 10mm. That's worth doing. I mean, to be honest, mainly I just want to get the suppressor off this thing. So now we can just pop the suppressor on, nice and easy. That's now a silenced gun, beautiful. That's ever so slightly reduced its range, but it's definitely, you know, worth having. And these two other guns are now not really worth it, so we'll just break them down for, yeah, lovely steel. Convenient bloody steel. If nothing else, I just want to clear out the weight. Even though I could sell them later, to be honest, I'd rather just have the extra carry capacity going into this here mission. And there we are, the last few things remaining now. One turret, gonna go down in one hit. I think the only thing left in there now is like a single turret upstairs or something, but we should now be in much better shape. In which case, back over to my newly suppressed 10mm, much, much better, and over to the back entrance we go. And of course it is through this pipe right here, very close by, really very easy to find. Now obviously, first things first, Deacon's got to get us access. I think you could do it yourself, assuming you have Master Unlock. I don't know if there's any like unique dialogue if you do it before he can, but luckily he can do it for you. Alright, this thing's doing 39 damage a shot. It's technically slightly more powerful than Righteous Authority was anyway. But worth noting, of course, that this thing does not have the benefits of the lucky prefix. But never mind, eh? Now, we've got a synth down there. We'll just take him out with a sniper shot. Or he'll spot me immediately, whichever. There he goes, nice and easy. Yeah, okay, yeah. This guy, these things are nice and squishy. I don't think we're going to have any trouble in here. There's like one bit at the end where there's quite a few of them. But other than that, and I think that can be handled by just kind of tossing throwables around the corner. But other than that, we should be fine. Now, don't forget, pick up the Institute pistols. We'll drop the Institute pistols again later once we're done. Alright, what have we got down here? Ah, here we go. Molotovs. Keep throwing him. No, don't run into that. I'd strongly recommend against it. If they're going to go in, Molotovs are going to take care of these. Molotovs just deal with these guys so nicely. What have we got left? Not much. He should be able to deal with anything that's left. Synths on fire. Yep, fine. And more for you as well. Easy, 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 easy. Good old end of Terminator style little synths there. Yeah, the Molotovs are so powerful in survival mode. It's brilliant. The impact that they have on enemies is fantastic. So just grab all the weapons. We can drop some again later. Just remember to drop all the pistols once we're done. Some more this, that, and the other. More pistols. And more pistols. And loads of 5mm rounds as well. This stuff's pretty valuable. I'll take it with me. So thanks to that, I'm already up to 261 energy cells again, having been so very low at the beginning of this episode. So yeah, this gets you stuff very, very quickly indeed. And now let's just drop all of these here. Pistols. Nice, 5 little pistols in a row, but we've cleared them out, so that works for me. So obviously just help out our turret friend, just shoot the synths in the back. Oh, he took out the turret anyway, but that's fine. We took out one of them in return.
I know you are still there.
Do you now? That is fine. I do not really care. Oh, this thing gets a lot of shots off. Nice. And dead. And of course, you know what? If that can't finish you off, we'll go for critical. Critical it is then, fine. Don't care. Ooh, slow-mo matrix shot. Be a bit more sparing of the criticals, of course. When you're not using Righteous Authority, they come a little bit slower. So just grab all of this here stuff. Alright, fine. You know what? You're alright. Everyone in the comments was like saying, John, you need to pick up guns because guns contain stuff and da-da-da. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm getting a lot more ammo now. It's a big improvement. Though you same people could have bloody told me that fusion cores all weighed 4 each. Bloody hell, I've been carrying around lots of weighted fusion cores right now. Ah, this room. This is a little bit more on the challenging side. Yes, I might have to let Deacon do some of the heavy lifting here. And let's be really careful. There's quite a few enemies in here, so some of them could be... Can I shoot through the window, by the way? Is that allowed? Yes, you can. Nice. Silenced weaponry. In fact, that's not even a window. It just kind of looks a bit like a window. Dead. Next up. Dead. Oh, this thing fires so nice and fast. So nice and fast. And almost dead, but not quite. Okay, I said this room was going to be dangerous. Apparently, I was lying to you. Deacon, go in and draw them out if you'd be so kind. Nice. And then we're going to have a couple here. I would actually mind getting a couple of shots in them just to start building a critical. Take the shot. Oh, look at that. That's not very much critical being built there. I was happy about when I was using my lucky pistol. Okay, no, we're still in danger. Don't stop giving a speech. We're still in danger, you lunatic. We're not actually out of the woods yet. Oh, good, some beds. These should be clean. They're under a roof. I was told this is like what makes a bed dangerous versus not. If they are under a roof, it's fine. So these should hopefully be fine for me to catch some sleep on as soon as... Ooh, a light bulb. Glad I take a light bulb. Well, I can't find any more synths. Possibly I briefly alerted the ones next door and they've lost interest now. If that's what's happened, this is a fine opportunity for me to very quickly, don't need to cook, mind. Yeah, just very quickly grab an hour of sleep and drink some water. And a US covert operations. I believe I've missed this a couple of times in the past. I just walked straight bloody past it. Obviously, these are well worth bloody having. Permanently more difficult to detect while sneaking. Yes, very good. Central terminal, expert. Can't be doing that, I'm afraid. Sorry. Luckily, can just open door. Now, Deacon, whatever happens, do not rush forward. Okay? I'm very happy just getting some free fibre optics and crystal here. I could well be needing some of this stuff to improve righteous authority in a moment. So, the more the merrier, quite frankly. And there you go, you're dead. I like this gun. Though it is admittedly about to, of course, be completely replaced. Yeah, you're just a basic synth. Oh, this thing is doing a good job. No, don't pause, don't pause. Alright, go. No, alright, safe for now. I believe there's another one that comes out of the toilet. I believe there is one here. I may be misremembering, but I swear there's... Yes, there was indeed a synth who's just nipped to the bathroom for some reason. This is good. I get to build a critical against this guy. One synth on the road, that's absolutely perfect, because one synth on the road is indeed... Oh, nice little dramatic death there. Lovely. One synth on the road does, of course, mean that I can, yeah, basically grind up a critical against him, which is very, very convenient indeed. Advanced. I can do advanced. There we go. Oh, and I've leveled up from that. That was very quick. Oh, and I just meant to turn on my flashlight there, but apparently I'm leveling up now. Fine. Choice between two here. I could go for Gunslinger 3, not least as Gunslinger 4 is not even bloody too far off. That's actually a range increase even further, which is quite good. Or I could start going down the Armourer path. Armourer's only got 4 ranks. I could already get myself up to 3 pretty soon. Armourer could be worth doing. Armourer's pretty powerful. Yeah, I feel like I've got enough power for now, but I've not got much defense. So I'm going to take a rank of Armourer and start moving in that direction, because Armourer is very, very worth having. Apparently I'm carrying too much and cannot run. Well, that's fine, because I'm carrying 7 Institute pistols. No, drop... Oh, well, there. Drop all 7. There we... Wait, what? Take 1 Institute pistol, or take 1 Institute pistol times 6. Intriguing. Okay, here we go. We're getting towards the more difficult bits now. We're getting towards... That's just a mannequin. Don't panic, though. It's nicely placed, because it does actually... it kind of looks a bit like a Gen 2 synth. That's quite clever. Take you down nice and easy. Yep, I think Deacon just got a shot in with his rifle as well. His rifle looks like it's actually slightly weaker than everything else here. Okay, we've got a door at the end there. Okay. Have I got Molotov cocktails out? Yes, I do. What I really need to do, therefore, is perfect world. I need to draw the attention of these guys. That's a silenced gun. Calculating most efficient attack. They're not over here, are they? No, there's just mines in that direction. I really need them to come out of this door together. There you go. Hello. Have a Molotov, you bastards. That works quite well. So he is going to go down very quickly. There we go, and the flames will finish him off. Lovely. There'll be a synth leader in a moment. Better get some healing going on just before we nip out for him. Good old Bloodbug Steak. I like Bloodbug Steak. And then don't. Yep, that'll do. That's 2 for the price of 1 right there. Synth leader is... Do we just take out the synth leader with a single Molotov? Don't run into the fire, you lunatic. Bloody railroad agents. Yes, okay, we've got a couple of... We've got 3 chromines here. Yes, we do. There we go. Number 1. Number 2. And number 3. Nice. Not sure I necessarily ever used those, but you know what? Better to have them than not. What the hell? I'm standing 3 rooms over from Deacon, and he's just given me the deliverer. Because he just has. Alright? That's just what he's done. Fine. Obviously, the deliverer is already damage 40, which makes it already more powerful than my kind of very well upgraded 10mm pistol. It's already better. I think the fire rate might be faster too. I'll compare those in a second. It hasn't even had any upgrades yet. There are more upgrades available to it later. Tinker Tom develops a couple more. But I actually think there's very little you can do to it once you've been giving it. But yeah, he's just given me this from several rooms over. He just kind of threw it, and it boomeranged over to me, even though I hadn't bothered following him. Marvellous. Oh, I'm not sure I've ever seen that before. If a synth dies in a fire, it does actually have a proper charred, burnt-out shell corpse to leave behind. That's lovely. Ah, yes, conveniently we've actually got a workbench right here. So I believe the deliverer, you can... Oh, I thought there were far fewer upgrades available for this, but I'm clearly mistaken. Okay, so there definitely are fewer. Because, like, barrel, there's literally only, like, a couple there. So there's less than there were, but yeah, basically you can make this thing pretty much amazing. This is like one of the most ridiculous powerful guns in the game. And that's before Tom gives you some actual like dedicated mods for it that he's developed, which is spectacular. So yes, obviously this is supposed to be like a lovely James Bond spy gun, and it does a beautiful job of it too. The downside of it is it can't have like a reflex scope or anything, which I find annoying. Can only have glow sights. I like my pistols to have like ideally like a reflex scope or something on the top, but I can put one of those on Righteous Authority, so it's fine. Speaking of scopes, by the way, I have been meaning to put a reflex sight on top of Righteous Authority for a while. I happen to have the materials here, so let's go and do that. Beautiful. Always wanted a reflex scope on this thing. Other changes we'll save until we're back at Hangman's Alley, which should happen in the not too distant future. And if those bloody settlers I sent with a ton of supplies actually get there, there should actually be a load of supplies to actually do some work there as well. Carrington's prototype obviously looks like some form of unique variant of Stealth Boy. Very, very cool indeed. And now we have to leave the switchboard. I'm not sure there's anything that actually stops you going back out the way you came, rather than going through the final few synths, but genuinely, I'm not actually 100% sure. I can't think of, like, a drop that we went down we wouldn't be able to get back up again, but alright, fine. Let's just go out the way the game provides. And obviously, let's just compare this thing. So this thing is actually at 43 damage at the moment. So actually, it is a tiny bit stronger. Just a tiny, tiny bit. But its fire rate is 46 versus 66. So yes, obviously much, much better. The range, however, on the Deliverer is not spectacular. It's not actually a good ranged weapon in the slightest. But I wasn't really using this as a ranged weapon anyway, so that doesn't matter so much to me. Righteous Authority has a ridiculous range on it, which is marvellous. Let's just go over to the Deliverer now. I mean, it also only weighs 4.4, which is spectacular, so it actually weighs quite a bit less. Plus, it just looks badass. You really... Oh! Whoa, whoa, that almost went wrong. That almost went very, very wrong indeed. Right there. Any more? No, you utter troll game. That very nearly went incredibly wrong, in fact. Obviously, I did use this in my first playthrough. Though, in case you didn't see that, this thing is basically incredible for the number of shots you can get in VATs. It's slightly ridiculous how many VAT shots it can get. You can basically just keep going forever. Just look at this thing. Look at that. That's utterly bonkers. So, yeah, get our fusion cells, get our pistol. And once again, get fusion cells and pistol. And yet more bottle caps off random. Beatrice Bell, you're actually named. Some of those guys actually weren't, but you are at least named. I wonder if you've got a backstory. And now, thanks to that sniper we did earlier, it should now be very easy to just basically walk out the front bloody door. Marvellous. Open up the bookcase. And here we go. Yes, the basement's very safe at least. Cake pan, that's worth 3 aluminium. Glad to have one of them. And with that done, Deacon, are you going to kind of head on your way now? The objective did just change to meet Deacon at the Old North Church. Detected. Is there anything here? This is just the back of the kitchen, isn't it? Yes, back of the kitchen. More sweet rolls. We're into a lot of sweet rolls, actually. More cake pans, like a good cake pan. No, seriously, cake pans are really good. They only weigh 0.5, but they've got 3 aluminium. They're actually a really good source of aluminium. They're fantastic. Though, looking around, I think we're 100% safe. Just quickly just kind of... Oh, when I say complete 100% safe, got to blow you up. Other than that, we're good. Oh! Whoa! Right, I just was doing some inventory management, then apparently I walked into a mine, and I've just survived it. Blimey. That made my heart jump. Good, good. Just avoided an incredibly embarrassing end there, which is very, very welcome. And the last turret upstairs goes down as well. I think that should be 100% of the enemies. Military grade circuit boards, fantastic. Though they do weigh 2, they do actually have 5 circuitry inside them, which means basically you can just kind of build as many turrets as you want. And turrets are a fine settler-free way of defending your settlement. So very, very good indeed. Deacon, we ready to chat?
We got what we came for. Let's split up and meet back at the catacombs.
Let's do that thing you just said, yes. Alright, he heads back there. Tradecraft, I think, is not actually done till I make it back to the catacombs, so unfortunately, I do not get... Ooh, an Institute pistol. I must have missed one. Also, is he about to walk out into the minefield? I have a horrible feeling he might be about to walk into the minefield when there are still mines in it, but hopefully not. Is he going to be okay? Is he going to be fine? He's walking straight towards a mine. He might just skirt it, but does he care? No, he's just that damn cool. He doesn't care about the mine. Now, with that ridiculous level of, oh, bloody 841 energy cells from doing that one mission just because I was picking up all the pistols. Alright, fine. I apologise to everyone I ignored for bloody ages. That is slightly ridiculous. Also, I just need to quickly change around my favourite weapons because, of course, definitely Deliverer has just overtaken that thing. And speaking of which, of course, laser weapons cannot trigger mines. So, my next job is now to head pretty much directly due south to Oberland Station. Looks like we can pretty much bypass, we can skirt around the outside of Corvega, heading down the right. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. I think it should be pretty safe. In fact, I believe I recognise this, I recognise that area there. So I now know where we are. We're just very close by to Corvega. So I'll skirt slightly around the outside of it. I don't want to get caught up by the raiders who very likely have regenerated by now. This building's empty aside from some rad roaches. Don't worry about them unless I happen to see one who happens to be legendary, in which case that will be worth killing for, but no, I don't actually see anything there at all. Maybe they're not guaranteed to spawn. I thought there were rad roaches guaranteed in here, but no, there is indeed one rad roach up there, but no sign of a legendary, so don't worry about that. Instead, heading due south and just making sure we're into as little trouble as possible on the way. Big building that's on fire over there. What is the big thing that's on fire? I think that's just one of the garbage sites that's got a hell of a lot of mole rats in it. So I think I can pass on that. Thank you very, very much indeed. Head straight down, get to the bridge that's by the Beantown Brewery. Beantown Brewery, we should be able to drop a nice, quick, easy save, no trouble whatsoever. And then straight onto Oberland Station. This shouldn't be too dangerous at this point. The journey back to our home is nearly bloody complete after so bloody long. Now, for where I think I am, that should be Cambridge on my left and the long bridge over to... Yep, that's exactly what it is. I can see Beantown Brewery right there. Everything should be safe. Just some feral ghouls in that direction. Some corpses here I think I looted on my way past the first time, but just make sure. I missed a bottle cap on you. Dear, oh dear. Oh, but hello. We've got ourselves... Raiders versus Farmers. You know what? You're scum right there. You're scum and you're going to go down in one hit. Okay, next. And then we got another raider down here. Take 2 shots at him. Dead. And then we got one raider. Going to go down in one shot. Nice. Okay. He threw a Molotov. Are you guys okay? You guys are alive. Do I get a thank you note?
Thanks, stranger. That's more than most would have done.
And can I have a pile of money, please?
Hi. You saved our lives. Thank you. Thank you.
No, I don't get a pile of money. Well, that's immensely disappointing. Got some shotgun shells out of it, though. That's probably worth it just for that. Now, into here, and hopefully nothing in here has actually regenerated. It hasn't been too long since I cleared out this place, and refresh rates are very, very slow in survival mode, so hopefully there's nothing in here now. I've actually cleared this place out twice in a row, of course. I cleared this place out for Confidence Man after clearing it out just because I wanted a flipping place to sleep. Oi, don't you even think about clapping. Grabbed a quick hour's rest there. The light is starting to come up for the day. Now we can make our way over to Oberland Station. Tell those girls that Taffington is clear. Couple of guys should just kind of show up magically next time I happen to be passing by Taffington, which will probably be when I'm finishing off the Cabot House quest. This bit of the map should be completely safe, and then after we're done, we can head pretty much due east just to see if by any chance the, if the alien event has happened, though I haven't seen it happen as far as I'm aware.
I cleared that place out for you. Should be safe for your friends to move in now.
Nice to have some good news around here for a change. By the way, we've decided to support the Minutemen. We've got to help each other out if we want things to get better.
Excellent, I'm so thrilled or something. Let me just help you out by pulling down the only defences you actually already have in order to build much less effective looking defences. Okay, food 3, water 3, defence 6, that should do. Marvellous. Actually, you know what? Rather than actually heading due east, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to nip back into Cambridge. And the reason I want to nip back to Cambridge, in fact, is I did remember, or rather, a couple of parts ago, someone actually reminded me in the comments, thank you very much to that person, that I left a whole bunch of pretty decent loot at Cambridge Police Station. I've got about like 15 carry capacity spare at the moment, and a pistol that should be able to pretty much tear through any ghouls that get in my way. So I'm going to nip back to Cambridge, just tear through any ghouls that happen to get in the way, and yeah, collect all the stuff that I left there. And after that, I think we're pretty much ready to head straight on to flipping Hangman's Alley and actually see if either of the two settlers I sent in that direction actually bloody made it. Hopefully they did. Oh yeah, this is actually the first time I've been back here since the bloody transmitter, and he's still giving the speech to them because the game kind of assumes you're just going to fast travel straight back to him. Marvellous.
He shows a lot of promise, and with the proper guidance, I think he has the potential of becoming one of the best.
Oh, that's really lovely, thank you. Alright, now, where was it I left all of that stuff in here? I think it was in the evidence room. I'm peckish from lack of food, and I'm also getting more and more tired. I could deal with, yeah, I could... Ah, yes, it was right in here. I remember this. What did I leave? Biometric scanner. I think I've got plenty of those. 2 desk fans. Hell yes. 4 flip lighters. Hot plate's pretty good. Medical dispenser's utterly worthless. Power relay core's okay. I've literally never used this thing, and I was going to get rid of it the next time I got to base anyway, so I'd say the sharpshooter's pipe revolver pistol can stay right here. That thing is pretty worthless to me, and by taking that I've immediately put myself back over weight limit. Hang on. Alright, I've got everything I think I could possibly want here, and while I'm here I may as well pick up an extra mission from the only one I actually like, Halen. Halen's been lovely to me. Let's get a mission from you.
Are you ready to take on your first assignment?
Tell me what it is, I'll see if it's close by. Recover the flux sensor at Chestnut Hillock Reservoir. Where the heck is one of them? Okay, you know what? That is going to be broadly en route back to Hangman's Alley anyway. It is pretty much in the same area. Though I'll tell you what, I will actually be able to actually pass through Hangman's Alley on the way past. So yeah, no need to worry about that whatsoever. Alright, good. Glad we've got that out of the way. Now, do I also pick up a quest from him at the same time? Can you do just 2 at once?
Alright, out with it. What's your game?
I really like Galaxy Truckers. It's utterly fantastic. There we are, cleansing the Commonwealth. Ah, clear out College Square. That's a very, very bloody convenient one. You know what? I might come back to these guys and do those 2 and come back. I might just do kind of 1 each just to, you know, prove that I am loyal to the Brotherhood, because the current plan is this is going to be a Brotherhood run. But for the moment, at least, let's just head south. The, yeah, CIT ruin should be just on my left here. I don't think anything spawns on this street whatsoever, so we should be 100% safe after we've kind of headed through here. The bridge right ahead of me should lead me directly to Hangman's Alley. It should be just on the right as I cross. And then, finally, we've made our way home. We've actually finally managed to make our way home. Utterly wonderful. So, straight to the right here, down here, and we have made it home. Hangman's Alley. Good job, Sheffield. Nice work. Now, if I'm right, there should be... What's the angle here? There should be some new people have arrived. 4 people. Yes, that means both of the people I wanted have actually made it here. Perfect. Time to dump all of my stuff in here. So, transfer. Dump a whole pile of stuff in there. Marvellous. Now, where are the other 2 people who recently showed up? You know, I'm going to put a bell right here to see if I can summon these 2 mysterious guys. Hello? Okay, no. Ring the bell. Anybody? Okay, so yeah, Sheffield. Fine. Piper. Fine. And no one else. Fine. Well, there's a few things I do need while I'm waiting for those guys to show up. I need a good night's sleep for a starting point. And it is the following morning. Very early the following morning, in fact. And it's just starting to rain. It is indeed just starting to rain. And aha! They made it! Alright, settler number 1. Now, with all of this stuff collected and then immediately dumped into my settlement. And then there should be another bloke too. Yeah, we've done you already. Where's the other one? Piper, is that you? Piper, you're... Piper is just sleeping on a mattress in the rain. She must just be utterly thrilled she decided to come with me. No sign of the other guy yet, never mind, but that's fine. We should have more than enough materials to get us started off there at least. I've had a very long sleep, like 18 hours of sleep there. So let's just quickly drink our way back up to full hydration. And full of food as well. Aha! And the other guy has shown up just in the right time. You there, give me everything you have on you. Alright, so that there is pretty much in fact, it is actually the entirety of everything we had stored at Starlight Drive-In. And everything at Starlight Drive-In also contains the majority of what we once had at Sanctuary Hills, because I transferred lots of it over when I moved down there originally. So now we should have, and don't forget by the way, we have inside this this chem box, we have a lot of drugs just sitting around. It's beautiful, including 15 spare stim packs in case we need them for whatever reason. If anything, I might actually put some stim packs back away. Yeah, I've got 38 on me at the moment. I really don't need that many. I'm going to put away 20 to save a bit of weight. And now we can really do some good quality weapon crafting. We are ready to go. Deliverer is obviously a good candidate. Kneecap are powerful. I'll probably leave for now. I don't think there's much more I can do for that anyway, to be honest. Now, Righteous Authority. Here's one I would love to do some more stuff with. Oh, yes. Now we have got all of the materials. Though we're a little bit low on adhesive still. That's a little bit annoying. I was kind of hoping we might have a bit more adhesive sitting around here. Okay, the big one is, of course, the capacitor. That's the big thing here. And what we really want to go down is the photon exciter route, because, of course, improved critical shot damage and accuracy. Well, the critical shot damage is the big thing. We're going to be using this thing. We're going to get a lot of criticals with it. The alternative is burning damage. But to be honest, it's a lucky weapon. It syncs up very, very nicely with things like, yeah, boosted photon agitator. So superior critical shot damage and ammo capacity, better accuracy and improved damage. The alternative is just a maximised capacitor, which is just straight up better damage. In fact, by quite a significant degree. No. Double down on the criticals. This thing is the critical damage dealer. So superior critical shot damage and ammo capacity, better accuracy, improved damage. That's what we want to be doing as a starting point. That there is perfect. Lovely. And we can very easily afford it. Alright? There we go. Boosted photon agitator. Now the long barrel, what's that actually doing for this thing? That's range, improved damage, sighted accuracy and recall, reduced ammo capacity, poor hipfire accuracy. So right now at damage 44, I could just do an improved long barrel, which would continue weighing 6, which would get it up to 53, which is quite a compelling step up, to be honest. Alternatively, I could go for an improved short barrel, which is... oh, massively, yeah, that range is way too low. I know that's kind of like, it's nice that it would have less weight. The less weight would be useful. But that reduced range down to 89 from 254, that's too much to ask for. Now, sniper barrel. This is interesting because it is still technically a pistol. It's just that, yeah, I think actually this is the one that's got, when it says poor ammo capacity, I think it means literally like 3 or something. It's very, very poor indeed. So I'm not sure that's worth it. I will take an improved long barrel. I'll be very interested to hear opinions in the comments for what the right way to take Righteous Authority is. So that there is one of those. We've used up the fibre optics. And as for the muzzle spot, basically this is a way of turning the weapon into a shotgun. That's not the direction I want it to go at all. So right now the range is 254. I could spend quite a bit of resource getting it up to like 299. I feel like it's not worth it. I don't think there's actually any muzzle that's even worth adding on at the moment. But one thing that I do think we most definitely need to do here is, this thing has been long overdue for a rename. Righteous Authority is just a bit too drama queen for me. From now on, she will be the Slightly Excited Pistol, because that's possibly the most amazing misreading of anything I've ever done. And yes, that is what she shall be. From now on, Righteous Authority no more. She is the Slightly Excited Pistol. Marvellous. Now, moving on to the Deliverer. This one, of course, is very, very important indeed. Some of the things are locked away from me by the moment because I don't have Gun Nut 2. Gun Nut 2 I might take at some point. I don't consider it a high priority, but I may well go for it. But I can do without the Sharpshooter's Grip for now. Honestly, I find the difference is pretty marginal, really. In fact, arguably, I don't even think that increase in accuracy is worth the increase in weight. Now, the extended barrel is obviously just a must, because right now its range is a little bit on the low side, so just anything that gets that range up to 112 is well worth having. Yep, the extended barrel. And then we're just mainly worrying about the receiver. Now, most of the best ones, and some of them are truly spectacular, are locked behind Gun Nut 3, so that'll be a little bit of time away. That one's behind Gun Nut 2. Gun Nut 2. Tempting, tempting Gun Nut 2. I'll give it a hardened receiver for now. That's a pretty good step up anyway. This thing's a pretty powerful gun, all things considered. That burns for a lot of screws and adhesive, but we are now in much, much better shape than we were The powerful sniper rifle is doing its job just fine. I don't see the need to put a big stock on that. It just kind of increases its weight, but doesn't really do that much more to my mind. Obviously, Deliverer will be replacing the suppressed calibrated 10mm pistol. That's all absolutely fine. So, actually, do I need a gun box? Kind of need a gun box here, actually. Now, what looks nice for a gun box? Yeah, big steamer trunk. That's quite nice. Which way's the front? I'm not sure which way. I think that way's the front, isn't it? Yes, that way's the front. Beautiful. We'll have one of those. And that there will be where I store any of my guns that I want to just kind of... I want to keep, but I don't kind of feel like I actually need it on me at any given moment. I've spent so long deliberating on weapon crafting there, I just got myself slightly dehydrated while I was bloody doing it. Marvellous. So, how about one more thing today in that case, which is that lovely little quest the Brotherhood just gave me. They sent me to go down over in this direction and clear out, well, not clear out, rather just kind of retrieve something from the little kind of pond that's in this area over here. But why do I get the feeling that it won't actually be as easy as just kind of strolling in and taking it? Why do I also get the feeling like I've just taken a wrong turn? Yeah, here we are, this sort of a direction. The question is, this thing right here, this is a bloody pond. What exactly are they expecting me to retrieve this thing from? Is it from this house over here? Yeah, Vault 81 is up in that direction. Oh, hello. Hello. Well, it's not this house here. This house here's got a couple of bloat flies outside it, but other than that, nothing major. Ooh, nice motorcycle. Don't see many kind of nice, good quality motorcycles floating around in the Fallout universe. We've got one here. That's very, very convenient. Ah, this house, however, there's something going on inside. There's some light flickering. What on earth is that? Now, supposedly, I'm in danger right now. I don't feel desperately in danger, but game says I am. That would suggest there's something actually in here. What have we got? Nothing major. Well, this was a remarkably easy retrieval. So, yeah, we are. One flux sensor. Beautiful. Ooh. Bloody convenient timing. An actual short combat shotgun. I was literally thinking, you know what I kind of need to do next? I need to get rid of the kneecap of double-barreled. Because, like, a double-barreled shotgun is just not going to be doing the job anymore. We need to kind of change that up to something else. So, yes. That's bloody convenient timing. I was literally just thinking, yeah, we need to go over to a combat shotgun. So there's a combat shotgun. Right bloody there. Hello. Oh, random radroach. Oh, right, fine. Look how many... Oh, my goodness. Look how many flipping shots you can get now. The reflex scope, the right kind of choice of body, keeping it weighing not very much. Those have all been kind of sensible decisions for making this into the sort of gun that I want it to be. Hello over there. What are you? I saw you there for a second. You're going to die now, aren't you? Yes. Ah, so many shots. I mean, nothing compared to how many you can get out of the flipping deliverer, but that's fine. It's still a healthy number. Ooh, a legendary blood bug. You'll do nicely. Where's your head? Right. Critical. I think that'll do just to straight up melt you. Thank you. Lovely. And I feel lethargy. Oh, dear. And we've got... Ooh. A freezing double-barreled shotgun. 10 points cryo damage and will freeze targets on critical hits. Freezing's actually pretty decent. It's alright. But, blah. I'm not convinced, to be honest. If that had been a combat shotgun, that would have just made my bloody day. But, no. It's just not quite good enough. I mean, it's fun. It's hilarious. Unquestionably, is it hilarious? Oh, flip. When you say lethargy, hang on, what's the effect of that? Oh no, it's just that picking up that shotgun did actually put me over a capacity. Never mind. Oh good, I just died to a physics object. I have seen that before, but it's... Then I woke up and died to a bed. Tragic getting out of bed accident there. And now we're fine. Oh good, I've seen that before. That happens very, very rarely. You will occasionally just get flipping caught on a physics object and die. It is fortunate that is very, very rare. If that was common, that would be like, basically, that would just break survival mode. Because that would just be crippling. Alright, fine. You know what? Let's just quickly go and get that item out of that house again. Maybe we'll get another legendary enemy. Maybe it'll be better this time. Yes, he is back. I wonder if he's going to have the same thing on him. We'll go for... Where's your head? There's your head. Critical. Dead now. I wonder if he's going to spawn the same thing. Yes, indeed, he did spawn the same thing. It is decided. Whatever it was decided when I was back at Hangman's Alley. So he was guaranteed to have that. That's a shame. That probably means there won't be any more new legendaries showing up. What I would really like is I think I need to like invest in an extra point of luck. Because if I just took like a tiny bit more luck, then I'd actually be able to get a critical up in 3 shots from this thing. So exactly the same weapons in hand. This time... Alright, I'm keeping my distance. I know your game, mate. Well, there's not much we can do with the combat shotgun yet. We need a few more materials. When ideally, we need gun nut too. So I'll leave it as is for now, because to be honest, even in its default form, it's already more powerful per shot than the kneecap as double-barreled was. And of course, because its clip is bigger, its DPS is much, much higher. So, yeah, definitely kind of worth keeping around just for that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is enough for now. So, next time, I think we're actually going to join back up with the actual main flipping plot again, in fact. After all, we've got a few bits and pieces to do dotted around the city. I may well kind of quickly head up north and do the kind of the first 2 missions for the Brotherhood, just to, you know, reassure them that I'm definitely on their side and try out my new guns, as well as doing a little bit of looting around College Square. And then we will head, and I think we will do Unlikely Valentine. We'll get Nick Valentine out of there safely, and that brings us conveniently in the right direction to go and turn in Tradecraft, at the same time as going to Cabot House and picking up the next bit of that quest. So that will be a lovely series of things we can get done. And if we do all of that, well, I've actually cleared out a bunch of the quests that I've wanted to do. So that there strikes me as a very sensible idea, and all that's coming up very soon, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. It's been many a true nerd, and this has been the utterly glorious Fallout 4 Survival Mode. Thank you very much, and goodbye. What the hell? Alright. We've now got a Scottish zombie travelling with us. Oh, he's actually quite good now. And he's got over his drinking problem. Which is... Oh, he eats human flesh. He's got some decent carrying capacity. Okay, fine, he eats people. But come on, let's not be flipping judgmental about this.